Hey everyone, and welcome to another Game Explained discussion. I'm your host, Derek Bittner, and I'm joined today by John Cartwright to discuss the recently revealed Switch revision as well as new Joy-Con colors that Nintendo revealed today, and kind of out of nowhere. And it's actually worth talking about because this revision does have some obvious improvements over the original Switch. Now, John, you went ahead and did the update for us, so do you want to go over just everything that we can expect from this?
Yeah, sure thing. So right off the offset, it looks like a normal Switch. This isn't a Switch Pro, it's not like the Lite. This is basically replacing the existing model, and it's releasing in August for the same price as the current model. So what's the difference? Well, the big difference is the battery life. So the current Switch lasts anywhere between, I think it's, was it 2.5 to 3.5 hours or something like that?
Yeah, 2.5 to 6.5 hours.
And the new Switch lasts from 4.5 to 9 hours, with a estimation for 5.5 hours for Breath of the Wild. And that is a huge upgrade. And especially as the Switch Lite already has a battery life improvement, this is even more substantial than that. So it kind of asks the question, like, which one is the more portable Switch? Because the Lite is a smaller and more easy-to-carry model, but this one's going to last you a heck of a lot longer.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'd be much more willing to have this new revision of Switch than the Lite, just because it'll actually last through a train ride or me going on a trip somewhere. Because, with me being on the train, I can actually plug in and not have to worry about it too much. But as you ran into from your flight from E3 back to the UK, your Switch wasn't able to hold on that long, and you weren't even playing Breath of the Wild, so yeah.
Yeah, right. I was playing Mario Maker, and it lasted like barely a couple of hours. And lately I was playing Dragon Quest Builders 2, which is another new release. And it doesn't feel completely optimized for the Switch, and because of that, the battery life is some of the worst I've experienced on the system. I maybe got less than 2 hours out of that game. So this kind of battery life upgrade is perfect for a game like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty significant, and it's, as we said, even better than the Switch Lite, which is approximately 3 to 7 hours. So again, it's at this point, it's just a form factor type thing. Like, what kind of thing do you want? Because otherwise, it just seems like a better idea to stick with the regular Switch.
And I also wonder, are there any other improvements that they aren't advertising at the moment? Because I don't think they would advertise major improvements because they don't want you to think your current Switch model is irrelevant. Like the Xbox One did with the Xbox One S, where it sort of came out and the S actually had improvements in frame rate over a lot of games. They didn't say about this, but people found out about it when they got their hands on the system. So I wonder, is this new Switch using the same advanced Tegra chip that the Lite is? Because I would think it would be. It'd just be cheaper for manufacturing if they just stop their production of the previous chip, because they're not really going to be using that system anymore, and use this universal one for both systems. And if they're doing that, is battery life the only improvement we're getting?
That is a good question, and I could see us getting a slight improvement, maybe on load times and stuff, but I don't think it's going to be anything significant or anything like that. I think it's mostly going to be the same, and we don't have to worry too much about it being just that much better. I mean, granted, for a certain subsect, that extra battery life is really attractive, but it's something I still would hold off on and not really get. And I don't think that's going to have a major improvement to the quality of the system either, as far as the internal, so how well it runs everything. Maybe it'll run a little bit quieter. Maybe that's the only other thing I could really see it improve upon.
That's a good point too, because the Switch Lite does have different cooling to the current Switch, with the ventilation's a bit smaller, and I think because of the battery, they're able to, get that kind of performance out of the system because of the different chip. So yeah, I do wonder if that's going to be the case with this Switch model as well. But as you say, it's not like a drastic upgrade. It's a nice improvement, but I'm not sure that many people are going to go out there and get this new revision if they already have a Switch. It's more of just a really nice bonus if you're getting a new system. But as an enthusiast, and as someone who does play a lot of my Switch games on the go, I think I am going to be upgrading to this. And I was already on the fence about getting a Switch Lite because it's just a nice alternative. But now I'm just thinking, I may as well just get another one of these ones.
I mean, it makes the most sense to me. I think it's you really can't do much with the Lite other than take it portable with you, and for work and whatnot, you kind of need to be able to record off the TV screen. So having it just be a little bit better is a good idea.
Yeah, and it'd also be quite nice to have a different dock in another room. Because Because I'm not going to spend $100 on a new dock, but I probably will buy a new system, and that should be really convenient. But yeah, I'm quite feeling this new revision. It's obviously not a drastic revision, but this new battery life definitely makes the system more portable. Because, while the Switch is a very portable system in its nature, that battery life is a hindrance, and while you can carry around battery packs, that's not ideal.
I mean, if they ever do a Switch Pro or what have you, with just an improved version of the Switch, maybe it'll have even better battery life. At least that's the hope. So when I finally do upgrade, probably when the Switch Pro comes out, if that again is a thing, which seems pretty likely, that'll make it all the more worth it.
I'm kind of wondering at this point if the Switch Pro will even be able to be a hybrid system. This is the way they set it up at the moment, is the Switch Lite is only portable, and now the new Switch, this new revision, is kind of just a refined version of both concepts. So you can play docked just fine, you can take it on the go, like maybe even better than the Lite. So I wonder how they're going to improve upon that with the Pro. And I'm just thinking, like, what if the Lite is the portable one, the current Switch is the hybrid, and then the Pro is the console-only one?
That'd be, that's weird. I don't know if they would do that or not, but I could see it, but I could also not see it.
Yeah, it's hard to say with Nintendo, because they sometimes you don't think they'll do things, and then they do a Switch that can't switch, and they do a 3DS that doesn't have 3D.
Yeah.
So, who knows with them?
Yeah, that's a good point, so I guess we'll see. Now, how are you feeling about these new Joy-Con colors that they announced as well? They're coming October 4th, $80 as usual, but we got the blue and neon yellow, and the neon purple and neon orange packs. So basically, the neon yellow is the same as the ARMS color, so there you go.
I mean, you're right, it's the exact same as the ARMS color. The blue one, though, is new, and I do quite like the tone of that. I think the blue and yellow go really well together. Purple and orange, though, I'm not completely sure if they look that great next to each other.
Yeah, I feel like I like them individually. Seeing them match together like that, it just seems like gobbledygook. Although I guess the idea is maybe to have it a little bit more Splatoon themed, since those colors do go at each other.
Yeah, maybe. I do think two identical purple Joy-Con would look really good.
It's interesting. It's like how they sell these other Joy-Con, and a lot of people are asking about whether the drift is being taken care of. And hey, maybe that is a thing. Maybe these Joy-Con do get rid of the drift that people are complaining about.
Yeah, I mean, that would be great. I don't experience drift myself, but it does seem like it's become a very widespread issue. And if they do fix it, I think this is going to please a lot of people.
Yeah, it definitely would. Other than the fact that, hey, I have to spend $80 in order to fix it.
Yeah, that won't please people.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like how the original Pro controller had a D-pad that had some issues.
But yeah, these Joy-Con are launching in October 4th, so a little while after the Switch revision. But I believe the new revision comes with both grey and regular neon Joy-Cons. These are very separate products, but it's still good to have new Joy-Con colours, because I think the last ones we had may have been the Red Odyssey ones. I don't think we got any in 2018.
I don't think so. I can't think of any off the top of my head, at least. I don't pay too much attention to it. But yeah, any other thoughts on the Switch revision or the Joy-Cons or what have you?
I think it's interesting to double down on Joy-Con again, because I think some people feared that with the Switch Lite they were moving away from the identity of Switch. But I think releasing new Joy-Con kind of says that they're still dedicated to the current idea of Switch, which I think is pretty cool. And it's just good to have more options. Like if you want a lighter and more portable Switch, then the Switch Lite's probably for you. But the current Switch isn't inferior anymore. They've made it, if anything, they made it better than the Switch Lite, which does make sense for the more premium price. So yeah, I'm all for both systems, but I think making these improvements to the current Switch just makes it a far more appealing product.
Yeah, I agree. It's like you weren't quite sure, but other than the fact that if you wanted to just be able to actually switch. Before, this just makes it very obvious to me. Like if I was a consumer, yeah, I'm gonna spend the extra $100 so I could get the regular Switch. All right, well, I think that covers it for our Switch revision discussion. So thank you for watching, and if you like this video, be sure to like us on Facebook and Twitter at GameXplain, and of course, make sure to subscribe to GameXplain for more on the Switch and other things gaming as well. Until next time, bye.